So there are a lot of messages out there. And by the way, we're very glad that you participated in that and took a leadership role here at FSTEC to kick us off.
Happy to be here.
But one of those messages out there is customer engagement extended.
Yep.
And that's a message that NCR clearly puts forward. So what exactly does that mean to NCR? What does it mean to NCR's customers?
Yeah, I think it's important for all of us inside the industry, brands and providers, to really think about that, because the reality is it's changing. Andrew hit it really, really well today. You know, there's a lot of movement in the mobile payment space inside the industry. Apple's announcement, we're happy to be partnering with them. They're a big player, and they'll do things to accelerate mobile payment. But mobile payment's not engagement to us. When we think about engagement and really interacting, a lot like Andrew said, it's tying together the experience. It's tying together ordering. It's tying together the payment experience. It's tying together loyalty. It's tying together customer feedback. You know, consumers are really vocal. They're very demanding, but they'll reward you for knowing them and treating them. They'll pay more per check. That means a lot to the people in this room. And so they're asking, you know, why do I have to carry a punch card? Why do I have to carry a credit card? Why can't I order in advance? Why can't you know me when I'm at your drive-thru or I'm walking inside your restaurant? And so we're really excited about our Engage platform and the solution that we're already rolling out as it relates to changing that consumer experience, taking the order, tying in payment, tying in loyalty, and then at the very end, making sure, hey, how do we do? And
but you see this
data
as a proactive approach by NCR to bring it forward. Your customers give you feedback.
Absolutely.
But it's a proactive approach.
Yeah, but NCR can't dictate that, right? That's a conversation we have with the brands out there because we're learning together. It's a very dynamic environment, and we're putting some technologies forward that we think really enable. It's got to be a very easy experience for the consumer, very quick, because they don't like long, they don't like lots of questions, they don't like lots of screens. So on your mobile phone, do something, make it really easy, and they'll use it again and again. But that's a conversation, different consumers go to different brands, and that's a conversation we have together with the people.
And you're able to draw upon other industries as well. I mean, you're one of the leaders in the travel industry with kiosks.
Absolutely.
And so you were able to draw upon customer interaction on a big screen and a set platform to figure out how you do it in other industries.
Absolutely. The benefit of kind of being inside of NCR are, you know, we're learning inside stadiums. Here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, that's where the Saints play, and there's NCR technology in there. We learned from that experience what loaded tickets did for that industry several years ago. We learned from mobile banking and that experience, and how you make it fast and easy for people to transact, and same inside of here in hospitality. So that really informs our design and some of our technologies, and then the last mile is working with the brands to really make sure it's a brand experience, because it's not about an NCR experience, it's about a brand experience that makes sense for their consumers.
Do you, I mean, clearly you have users group meetings, you bring people together who are birds of a feather of like mind in an industry.
Sure.
Do you ever bring people from different industries together as well in some sort of advisory council?
Yeah, we do. As you mentioned, we have a user summit that has some of the like-minded folks in this room from hospitality, although you're not all like-minded. But certainly in the independent field, independent operators, which is a big part of our business, not just in hospitality, but in other areas, we bring them together from all over the world once a year, and they inform us of trends.
You bring independents together.
Our markets that are serving our reseller partners and global partners, technology partners, right. We bring them together, and they share, you know, what their consumer demands are, and that's informing us, again, well beyond hospitality, but it helps our strategy.
Do new ideas come sometimes out of those smaller independents?
Absolutely.
And then you have to figure out what's going to be the trend or the fad, and then how to take it forward?
That's right. That's right. One of our, in our Engage platform, you know, I guess maybe not just 10 years ago, you bought hardware from your supplier, and that's the hardware you used. Well, today, you know, we're running on an Android platform, we're running on a Windows platform, we're running on an Apple platform, and ways to use technologies to make that really seamless is something we learned from those interactions.
And NCR's in the hardware business big time too,
absolutely.
But it's not all about the hardware.
No,
I mean, you're
absolutely
completely
not.
Across the board, right?
It is less and less about the hardware, more and more about, on the given hardware platform, providing a consistent experience, whether it's for the consumer or for the restaurant brand.
So I'm going to guess that in today's world, that unlike 10, 15 years ago, in today's world, the NCR approach is the software function feature set and how it's going to work and engage, than it is the hardware, and the hardware almost comes secondary?
That's correct. It's how it can be a consistent experience regardless of the platform you're working on. We still believe, and Ed mentioned it as well, we still believe there is a home in certain environments, in stadiums as an example, for some fixed units.
Right.
But taking those units and making them mobile but still really ruggedized is something that a lot of our customers are asking for.
So let's talk a little bit forward thinking, because there seems to be this word about connections to the guests, and even David Job started here talking about connecting face to face. So how does NCR help to enable digitally capturing what customers think about NCR's clients?
Yeah, we're doing that on our mobile platform, on our Gauge platform that is NCR built, and our customers are using that, rebranding it, or in some cases, we're letting our customers use our cloud-based Rails, but it's their app, right? Either way. And when I talk about connecting that experience, it's truly allowing Wade to order in advance,
right,
then be at the drive-thru, be at the restaurant, be at a sit-down place, have them know I'm here. Hey, Wade, you're here. Would you like to fire your order? That's some of the mechanics ordering. Then there's the payment piece, and then loyalty ties into that, giving you your points for that. And then finally, I think really the most important part of that is asking you a very simple question. How do we do? Rate us, simple scale of 1 to 10. But then taking those data analytics to have a much better conversation with Rob. I know you like your steak medium rare next time, really using that data and making it a better experience where you're recognized, because when you're recognized and when we recognize you, you pay more, and we like that.
And so you see pulling that together and then offering that to the client.
Yes.
Now, you brought up the word, you brought up payments a couple times now, and actually our speaker before you brought up payments as well. I don't know how you sort through, this particular world right now. I mean, we can hear about Apple announcements, we can hear about all kinds of different things. How do you take your attention and then resolve what the clients are asking for, which is, what are we doing in payments? And actually, I guess the follow-on to that is data security.
Yeah, it's almost...
They're two together, right?
It's almost reversed. Let's make sure anything we're using or having our customers use is first very secure.
Right.
And then, what processor that's going to, whether it's going through Apple Pay, we will let that kind of happen and unravel. We're proactive in our approach with Apple and others, but it's first about security for the brand, because we all know, not 10 years ago, maybe the attacks were coming from inside your restaurant. Now they're coming from all over the world, in faraway places, and they're attacking the network. So you have to first be really secure, and then make sure you're offering a really good experience.
And I got to imagine that's a challenge for you also, because you do have a specialty working with smaller operators as well. And with that comes a lot more choices of things they're being sold to on a local market, but B, not the sophistication and the know-how there, and maybe your role is different.
Yeah, one of the fastest adopted products we launched a couple years ago was our network security services, and that specifically, and other people provide it, right? Not just NCR, but for franchise units, a single operator who's not a security expert and doesn't want to be, wants to focus on running a great restaurant, providing them threat defense and providing them proactive monitoring so that that unit can be safe and the brand that supports it can be safe, is really something we've seen amazing adoption on.